Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager Challenge Mode, Season 3, Round 18. We're heading to Japan for the Suzuka Grand Prix. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been almost a week since we were last racing. In fact, I think it has been a week since we were last racing. And we are running short on races now. We've only got 5 races to go, including this one. And only got a couple of weeks until the next game comes out, so we do need to get a wriggle on and get this season finished. So, hopefully, we can get a really strong result tonight and take one step closer to getting our hands on one, if not both, of the championships this season. We are comfortably ahead at the moment in the Constructors' Championships, 35 points ahead of Red Bull. And in the Drivers' Championship, Freddie leads Max by 2 points. Felipe is a further 4 points back. So it's very close at the top of the Drivers. But yeah, we've definitely got a very good chance of winning the Constructors. And that's the one that I want. If we can get the Drivers as well, bonus. Cherry on top. But it's all about the Constructors title for me. That's the one that I really want. So let's see how we do. We've already gone ahead and advanced all the time before the race. We did that last time out. Let's just check we've got the latest spec of parts on our car. So both cars running the most recent chassis, most recent front wing, side pods, oops, rear wings, underfloors, and suspension. Okay, so we are running all the most recent parts. Let's take a look at our car analysis going into this Grand Prix. We are quick, as you can see, 5th in top speed, 4th in acceleration. Very good in the cornering, in clean air. Not quite as good in the dirty air in terms of low speed performance. A little bit worse, but not by much. We're still very, very competitive. And that's really going to help us at this circuit, especially all the fast flowing stuff. Sector 1, we are going to be really quick through Sector 1. It's all high-speed cornering. And, yeah, I think we've got another good chance of getting a strong result here. So, let's push on into practice. Let's get our targets set first of all. So, the incentive is get one car in Q2. That's going to be easy enough, I would like to think. We're going to go 2 in the top 6. And both cars into Q3. Fastest laps the incentive. We're going to try and guarantee both cars in the points. Always a risk at this circuit. There we go. And finish position streak. Well, I'm not going to bother with the streaks. Right. To Japan. Good evening, Mr. Water.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. This unique track is a favourite home for motorsports, and it welcomes us back this weekend. Get ready for exhilaration and speed with the Japanese Grand Prix. Drivers will battle it out this weekend on the snaking turns of Suzuka, the only figure-of-8 track in Formula One. High-speed downforce will be the name of the game here, if teams want to secure a place on that podium. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. Okay then, let's get to it.
Just a little warm tonight. Yes, it is. It's definitely a bit warmer tonight, isn't it? It's been really nice and cool these last few days, and today, yeah, the hot weather's back. Right, we have a wet race. So we've got wet weather all throughout the weekend. Moderate rain through Friday, heavy rain through Saturday, which is probably going to disrupt quali. And then light rain on the Sunday. So now I'm less confident about my chances in this Grand Prix because, well, you know what our drivers are like in changeable conditions. Hopefully the light rain means that it's going to be relatively low and consistent, or just a period of rain and some dry running, rather than very changeable conditions like we're likely to see on Friday and Saturday. Let's start off. Start off with the hards, I suppose. Run length, we want to go 17 laps here at Suzuka. Okay, so let's take a look at the sliders. We're looking at Felipe's car. We want to go with, let's go with 7.5, 12.5, 4.6, 3.5 and a 0. See how that does. That's within the tolerances, so we'll try that. And let's take a look at Freddie's car. We want something similar here by the look of it. I'm going to go same setup, might as well. There we go. Right, I'm expecting at least one of these to need to be changed significantly. Let's swap out the car parts. So engines, we're going to go with that engine there. And that engine there. ERS, yep, gotta stick with that one, and may as well stick with that one as well. Gearbox, that one and that one, yep. All right, we are ready to run the cars. Right, so we're going to get some weather towards the middle of this session, so we can at least get a decent run on these tyres. I'm going to actually quickly switch over to the mediums, just on the off chance that we do have a dry second session, and then we can use the hards for an extended run if we need to. So there is championship leader Freddie Vesti. And here comes his teammate Felipe. There we go. So, British Grand Prix this weekend. If you are in the UK, then obviously you've been able to watch highlights on Channel 4 or full race live coverage on Sky Sports. But because it's the British Grand Prix, Channel 4 has the entire race weekend live this weekend. So, if you haven't seen a live Grand Prix, you only watch the highlights, this is a good one to watch. In between stripping down some stuff in my room over the weekend, I'm going to be watching the Grand Prix where I can. I've got a delivery of IKEA furniture coming on Wednesday, so I need to start breaking down some of the old stuff that's in here and making space for it.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
Okay, that's coming a little bit earlier than I was expecting. Should be able to get our feedback in time.
What's your thoughts on?
Oh, 69%, that's not good. That's really bad. Oh dear. But it's very, very good for Felipe. He's very happy. So that's one car sorted already. We just need to sort out Freddy, but we can focus entirely on getting his setup sorted.
There's more rain now, so just watch for slippery conditions.
Treating myself. It's something I've been wanting to implement in my room for a while. Is just to get some IKEA Kallax units for better organisation. You know, especially now that I'm really getting into my board gaming. Then it's just nice to have. Actually, I should have called these guys in. There we go. It's just nice to have some good organised storage for them. I mean, Kallax is the kind of default go-to storage system for board gamers, just because of
Copy.
the way that the boxes generally tend to fit beautifully inside a Kallax unit. You look at anyone's collection online, and odds are they've probably got a Kallax. Right, we're going to have to go to a 13.5 rear wing here for Freddy. That's quite a significant change. I do have a 13.5 setup. It needs to be a 6.4, a 7, a 13.5, and then that should still be a 3.5 and a 0 according to this. But we can clearly see that that isn't going to be the case, so let's pull that in a bit like that. And let's try that, a 3.4 and a 0. And we'll try that. We obviously need to put on better tyres. I'm going to go with inters for now, because I think the weather will... Well, maybe it won't. I thought it might dip below. As for Felipe, we just need to throw on some fresh tyres. Let's go with a set of wets for Felipe. But yeah, I've been wanting some better storage just in general. When I moved in here, I ended up getting some black plastic shelving from Argos that was supposed to be heavy duty, and it's not very good. It's not very pretty either. So I've been kind of making do with that for the last 18 months or so, but. I finally decided to pull the trigger and get some better storage, some better furniture. It'll hopefully free up a bit more room as well, which is quite limited. I think we're going to switch Freddy over onto wets rather than running him out on inters. Yeah, we're definitely going to put him on wets. Well, that car sounds a bit rough. Also, we might need the inters later in the weekend, so yeah. Oh, a little bit of a wobble there for Freddy.
We've just had a car run wide. I think we've had a car run wide.
All right, starting to dry up a bit now. We're going to stay on these wets.
Rain, all clear.
No, getting dive bombed by both of the Haas here. That's always worrying, given who's driving them. That's actually going to be something I'm curious to see in the new installment. Obviously, Mick is not going to be on the grid. He's going to be the Mercedes reserve driver. Are we going to see some other younger drivers more willing to maybe move from a first team role to a reserve team role? Same for Ricciardo as well. Ricciardo is going to be the reserve team driver for Red Bull. Are we going to see more established drivers prepared to accept a reserve role? All right, 97%. That's a very good correction. We just need to find 3%. And we're almost there. So, looking good. May as well call him in. And let's take a look. Here's the front wing that needs to change. So, let's try going back to a 7.5. Just correct everything else to accommodate that. Let's give that a go.
The checkered flag is now out.
So Sainz is having a penalty in this Grand Prix. He's the only one so far. We'll try going with the hard tyres. And we'll set a run plan for 25 laps. Let's have a look at the weather.
Radio check.
Yeah, dry session. Excellent. So we're going to see a litany of cars going off at the hairpin again this year. It is the favoured crash spot on this circuit. Right, did we get this right? I'd be amazed if it's actually going the other way, get to a 6.5. But stranger things have happened when it comes to getting these cars set up.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Nope, we got it right. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Oh, big crash. Where's that taking place? And with who? Oh no, it's Felipe. He's been involved.
Was that a crash? Multiple cars, I think.
Just minor front wing damage.
Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Where is this? Is this Spoon? Yeah, I think that's Spoon.
Oh no! And there's the crash. Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was at Spoon. Minor front wing damage is fine. He's just lost the front wing end plate.
I think someone's run wide.
Right, drivers are heading to the garage. Let's just take a look. 74%. Yeah, he needs to stay out longer. It's only going to be for an extra few laps, but he needs more track time. Freddie's fine. What I am going to do is add his setup to the book, because you never know, setup might work in terms of getting the car actually set up, might work in exactly the same way. So it's always good to have another setup to fall back on. Minus 3.35 and 0. There we go. Right.
Someone's run wide.
We got an extra 5%, 6% or so out of Felipe there. I am going to quickly send him back out with a little bit more fuel. Let's give him, let's see how long we got left, 13 minutes. Let's give him 10 laps. He won't do 10 laps, he won't have time for 10 laps, but we'll send him out anyway. Just try and get that track knowledge up a little bit higher.
Who's running wide there?
Alright, what did we get him up to? So Ricardo has a penalty now for hitting Felipe. And we're going to up to 70%. That's better. Considering he was at 58 when he was going to end his stint, that's not too bad.
Welcome back to what...
Alright, soft tyres for this session. 20 laps should be more than enough for Freddie. And just to be on the safe side, we will go with about 25 laps again for Felipe. I like to do it all in a single run if I can, but if we have to do 2 runs, we have to do 2 runs. We may get wet weather as well. We'll have to see.
Radio check.
Nope, it's going to be dry, which means the heavy rain that we're expecting is going to be in quali. Oh, that's going to shake things up a bit. We might not make our target of 2 in the top 6 here. Or we might get a 1-2. It depends on how the rain falls. And when it falls. But the setups are done. Both our drivers at 100% on their car setup and car knowledge as well. So this is all about getting time on track now. Of course, this will be helping to build their confidence level in the new game. It still doesn't look as though setup is actually going to have any real impact on the pace of the car. It's more about just how confident the driver is. So that's something I'd like to see expanded on in the future. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying, for a long time that we needed a confidence system rather than the rather pointless, crappy morale system that we've got in the current game.
Oh, we've had a spin.
But, we want to see aerodynamic impact on the from the setups as well.
I think we've had a car run wide.
A little wobble for Felipe. Another crash. Is that the hairpin in front of us?
Oh, and that's a crash.
It is. It's Stroll. I thought I saw a slow Williams in front of us. Let's do one more lap with Freddie. There we go. Now we'll call him in. We're almost there with Felipe as well. There we go. Red Bull's not looking on the pace today, but Verstappen is running on hard tyres. Perez is out on a fresh set of softs. There's a 130.1. Verstappen's climbing the rankings. There's Perez climbing the rankings. Seeing a little bit more pace out the Red Bulls now.
We've just had a car run wide.
Alright, that's it. That's practice done. Just about. Time for a very wet quali. Any other penalties? Nope, just those two. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Felipe does have a 3-place penalty, doesn't he? For his collision in Singapore on the first lap. I forget who it was he took out, but yeah. I think it was Sonoda. No, it wasn't Sonoda. I forget who it was, but it wasn't Sonoda. Do we want to manage this qualifying session? We do, but we want to change some car parts before we do that. Not want to run crappy 13% engines. That would be bad. ERS modules are fine. Gearboxes are going to need a change. That one's okay. That one's definitely not okay. We may run a new gearbox for Felipe in this Grand Prix as well. We shall see. I might hang on to that for the next race. It will be a 10-place penalty if I do put a new gearbox in, on top of the 3-place penalty already.
Check.
And with the weather, that's probably not a smart move. Okay, let's get out there and quickly set a time before the rain falls. Hopefully we'll get a clean run. If we're quick, we should just about have time to get in and go straight back out again. I think Perez got in our way a bit there, through the sweepers, through the center S's. Past the AlphaTauri, no problems there. Oh, gets in Felipe's way again. So Felipe's definitely going to have to run again. I'm pretty sure of that.
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're going to turn our drivers round straight away and go straight back out again.
Really?
Yeah, copy that. So make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
I do think we've got more pace than what we've shown for both drivers, definitely for Felipe, but I think Freddie's got more pace as well. So, reconfigure, same tyres, straight back out again. And same for Felipe. Oh, it's a spin.
Here's the
I hope he
replay.
kept it out the
Let's have
barrier.
a look here. This was the Aston Martin. What a spin out!
I can't really tell from that angle. Yeah, no damage. Okay, just that will have shaken up his confidence in the new one. He's just about got time to set the lap, and luckily that was on his out lap, not his fast lap. So, Freddie about to cross the line. Schumacher just behind us there. Hopefully he does not get in the way. It's getting dark. Rain's going to hit on this lap. Can we improve before that happens? It is an improvement for Freddie in the first sector and for Felipe. this rain's going to start falling fast as well. It's not just going to trickle down, it's going to start getting very wet very quickly. The Alpine's in the way. Get out the way. There we go. Here comes the rain.
Sprinkling of rain.
So, yeah, Freddie did get held up in the middle sector. I did think he might have done by that Williams. Improvement for Felipe still. Just needs a decent final sector and he'll get a quicker time here. Across the line. It's slow in the final sector and it's not enough. We lost so much time in that final sector because of the rain. Okay, well, hopefully we've done enough to get through. Because there's still a fair few cars that haven't set a time yet. And now it's very damp, as you can see. And it's not going to get any drier. So anyone who's below us is effectively out. You know, so it's just a question of... or I say not out, but not going to improve on where they are. Oh, we could see Verstappen going out here. I mean, you basically... Tsunoda and Albon are safe. Bottas is probably safe. Russell, don't know. You're looking at Russell, Ocon, Norris, Hamilton, Leclerc and Verstappen and potentially Gasly all trying to squeeze into 4 spots. This is going to be very interesting to see who makes the cut and who gets knocked out. Norris does not improve. I don't think anyone's improving. Verstappen is starting at the back of the grid. Oh, this is glorious. Leclerc's at the back. Hamilton's at the back. Where's Farah when you need him? Hamilton out in Q1. And the fact that Hamilton and Leclerc are in front of Verstappen will help as well, because they will be slower than him, so they'll, but still quick, so they'll help to hold him back a little bit more. All right, Q2. Dry session. We're going to wait till the closing stages before we go out.
Rain, all clear.
Yeah, country.
It's a strange time to go out, but... Oh, I've just seen... We've got rain in 3 minutes. Oh, dear. Where's that rain come from? There's nothing. Oh, no, wait, there is something showing. Oh, dear. Okay, we might be out ourselves here. If it does rain at all on our hot lap, we're out. Otherwise, we should be good enough to get through. Assuming we don't get any traffic. Please don't rain. Please don't rain. Ooh. Oh, that's a weight off. All right, we're setting fast sectors. Felipe on a tear right now. Freddie doesn't get held up by the Alpine there. That's good. He's got a clean run. Oh, a little squeeze on Felipe, but he gets through. He's going very quick. He's purple here. Purple for Freddie in the final sector. He does take that from Felipe. Quite a few cars didn't go out in the end. Oh no, they are out now. I don't think they're going to be able to start their hot lap in time. I think they're still on their out lap, aren't they? Yeah. This is something we've seen at this circuit a lot, is that cars don't go out in time to actually start their flying lap. So all those cars currently on an out lap, that's Norris, Magnussen, Ocon, Sainz, Russell, Bottas Bottas was already on a fastest lap. How are these guys actually setting a fastest lap, unless it's just slow updating? It's just slow updating. They are on fastest laps. But, how do we get so far off the pace with Felipe there? He was purple. Maybe he did lose a big chunk of time against that Alpine in the final sector against 130R there. He was going quicker than Freddie until the final sector, so for him to be 0.6 off, must have been held up by the Alpine. But it's enough to get him through. And we have got more rain.
Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, it's
Alright,
green
we're
now.
going to go out now. This is going to be our best opportunity, according to that prediction of water levels, to set a quick time. So I'm expecting to see quite a few cars piling out, but we may still get traffic. I really hope we don't. So this is effectively our pole position run here. And I'm a little concerned that we won't actually get pole position, despite having the pace for it, because it's wet weather. And you know what our drivers are like in changeable conditions. Not the best. There's only one other car on track right now. And that's Bottas. Nope. Ocon is leaving the garage now as well. Really hope, if the other cars are going to sit in the garage for a bit, that they stay in the garage until we go through. I don't want to get traffic on this lap. Really, I can't. I need clean track. I can't stand any chance of getting pole if we get traffic. Now Ricciardo's coming out as well. The Alpines have been a thorn in our side all weekend so far. Right, we are going to get clear track for some of this. It's just, like I say, it's a question of where we run into the Alpines now. I'm expecting Freddie to be quicker than Felipe this time round because he does have the better adaptability rating. I think Freddie's going to be okay in terms of getting up with Ricardo, but I am a little worried for Felipe here. Might catch him in 130R again, which would not be good. Oh, it's Freddie who got caught in 130R. Here comes Felipe. He's going to catch him at the Casio Triangle. So he's not going to get in the way. Freddie crosses the line, 131.2. And Felipe goes quicker. Yeah, Freddie lost time against Ricardo. Again, the Alpines getting in our way. They've been doing that all weekend in quali. And now it's getting wetter. Oh, that's a lap from Bottas. Wow, a 130.4. Okay, so pole position is out of the question. Actually, was Bottas one of the drivers that's got a penalty? I know Sainz does. No, it's not Bottas. It's Sainz and Ricardo and Felipe. Well, I don't think we're going to improve.
Car in the wall.
Oh, yellow flag. Oh, God, imagine if that's Ricardo. Of course it's Ricardo. Goddamn Alpines. Can you imagine if we'd set our time and then the yellow flag came out and slowed down Bottas? That would have been beautiful. Right, water level is going back up. Don't think it's going to get any wetter. Any drier. I think it's just going to get wetter and wetter for the rest of the session. We'll prep the cars just in case. Yeah, it's not going to get better. So that's it. That is the running order. Sainz going out and setting a time, but he's going to be dropping way down anyway. He does go slightly faster than Ricardo, but he's got that penalty. So we are second and third. A 3-place penalty for Felipe is going to drop him down to 5th. So that'll promote Freddie to the front row. And it'll also move up Ocon and Russell as well.
It's time for the final touches here on the grid, ahead of today's race.
We saw a magnificent display of talent from Aston Martin during qualifying. This is as good a grid for them as anyone can hope for. This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying, but will they fulfill that potential by the time they reach the checkered flag? And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
The Suzuka circuit is primed and ready to see Formula One's finest battle it out.
That's a point. Where is Perez? I didn't see where he qualified. Right, so we are starting on soft tyres, and then it's going to be low-level inters for the rest of the way. So, the question is, can we look after those inters enough to get away with not having to make an extra stop? That is essentially when we need to stop as well. So, okay, we shall go with that. That's our strategy. And like I said, if we can, we'll try and stretch the inters so we don't have to stop again. But we might need to. There we go. I'm going to take a lap of fuel out. And we are ready to race.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement here at the track. Taking a look at the Aston Martin. A second place start for them today. They're in with a real chance. There's the second Aston Martin. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. The teams are ready to go. Get ready. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
So Perez is in 6th. Okay.
Let's focus.
Oh, bad start from Felipe. He's been jumped by Perez.
Gained a place.
Freddie hanging on to the back of Bottas here. Trying to fight off Ocon.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Nice aggressive start. Alright, we've secured position. And we have retaken position from Felipe. We'll just hang on to the battery deployment a little bit longer.
Good job.
Just to secure it coming out of the Casio triangle.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
There we go. So Freddie is battling for the lead. Felipe back up into 5th place where he started.
So back off.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
I'm assuming everyone's on the same tyres. Yep, everyone's on the softs. Let's see, has the weather prediction changed at all? Nope, still lap 18. Someone's gone off in the background. It's a Williams. It's Joe, I think. No, it's Stroll.
Seems to have been a lock-up. Let's take a look at the replay. Now we see the Williams here. They've locked up, but that could have been.
I think he kept that out the barrier. So the first of many lockups
Bitter blow for the team.
at that turn there.
And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
We will see plenty more drivers going off there over the course of the race. Interestingly enough, our pace has really dropped off just by dropping the tyre pace down just a touch, so I'm going to push that back up again.
So we just need to push
I
now.
thought maybe we could look after the tyres a bit more, but given how quick Bottas is, I think that's probably just a bit too risky. Especially because we've got to go another lap before
DRS will be active.
we actually get the benefit of DRS. It's activated on this lap, but there's only one DRS straight, and this is it. So we won't get that until we cross the line again. So we've got to make sure we stay within that 1 second window. We are very good in the first sector. Singing to the strengths of our car here. Now we're into territory where we start to just lose a touch of performance through this little section here. And then again, we're all pretty quick all the way through until the Casio triangle again. But we should be well positioned now to have a run at Bottas with DRS on the main straight. There we go. Just pulls out, he's going to make the move. Sweeps on through into the lead. And a new fastest lap for Felipe.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
I want to see if we can maybe break away from Bottas. Don't think we'll be able to, not without really pushing. Turn up the tyres as well.
Happy to push.
Yeah, copy.
Our car is quicker in clean air than it is in dirty air. Not by much, but enough to potentially give us a chance of stretching our legs a little bit here. We've got the 1 second, just about. Okay, let's see whether we can actually hold that gap.
Okay.
Need to get Felipe past Russell as well.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah.
There we go, beautifully up the inside.
You're doing a good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
And we have actually been able to pull out an extra couple of tenths over Bottas so far. Not sure if that's inherently down to just pace difference or the fact that Bottas is having to defend from Ocon, but either way, it does give us a little bit of a chance to try and stretch our legs a touch. Open up a little bit of a gap. Ocon's going to make a move into P2 here. Up the inside of Bottas. again, we're just stretching that gap again, ever so slightly, little by little. This is exactly the kind of drive we need from Freddie. As Bottas is going to swoop back through into second place again. Trying to just get some extra battery into Felipe's car so that we can interject ourselves into that battle in front of us. And then use the DRS to slingshot past whichever car's in second. And try and get back onto our teammate. And then use the two of them to leapfrog each other. Theoretically. I'm a little worried that I shouldn't have left the charge on as long as I did. I think we just squeezed in DRS. Yes, we did. Ocon's going to try and go around the outside of Bottas. They'll go side by side through turn one, and Ocon does complete the move. Verstappen currently still down in 17th place. He's ahead of Sainz, but he's still behind Leclerc. Hamilton's up to 11th. And now we've got a run potentially on Bottas.
Use energy.
Robin.
Bottas goes defensive. That's beautiful because we can get alongside and use the slipstream of Ocon in front to complete that move comfortably. This might even set us up for an attack on Ocon.
Good job.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
It does.
This is good.
All right, good stuff.
Looks like
Running
Aston
1 and
Martin
2.
have just gained a race position.
Need to maximise the pace that we have in dry because it's only got another, what, 10 laps before it rains. So there is an inherent risk in us getting our two drivers together like this. Obviously the first one is that if one of them blocks up, it's going to hit the other one. The other one is that we are going to hold our drivers up as they battle each other and allow Bottas and Ocon to get back onto them again. That's why I'm pushing Freddie's tyres a little bit more at the moment, just to try and give a little bit of space for Freddie to push it, Felipe to push up into if he needs to.
Back off.
Yeah, copy.
There we go. How you doing, Rossi? Alright, we'll let Felipe lead for this lap. Give Freddie a chance to get a little bit more battery in his car. Yeah, Freddie did not want to give up that position. Still doesn't. He's going to, though. No battery deployment coming out of that hairpin really makes a difference. And unfortunately, that has allowed Ocon to get close again. So Ocon is going to get the DRS. That's not ideal. But as long as our drivers maintain first and second, whether we're in clean air or not, you know, in terms of the gap between us and Ocon, it's not massively important. What's important is that we stay first and second, so that we're protecting ourselves from being dropped down the order again. Tyre life wise, we're doing okay, about on the par with everyone else, slightly lower. We did push our tyres a little bit, so that's to be expected. Verstappen still down in 17th. This is glorious. And also, because he's so far back compared to Perez, it does mean that Perez is probably going to get priority at the pits, which means when it does start raining, Verstappen will have to do an extra lap in the wet before he pits, unless they decide to do a double stack. So that will drop Verstappen completely out of contention if he has to do that extra lap. Oh, lockup. Someone has gone off at the hairpin. It's an Alpine. It's Ricciardo.
Car in the wall.
He's just had one of those weekends.
Let's see what happened there. Daniel Ricciardo involved here. There's the crash. The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
Oh, you managed to get your Blood Bowl and Hero Quest solved. Well, congratulations. Alright, so Felipe's going to make the move. So let's put Freddie into charge. There we go. We're getting close to the pit window. Scheduled to stop on lap 14. Sorry, lap 18. This is lap 14.
Just need to charge up.
Yeah, copy.
Verstappen has got in front of Sainz at last. Trying to go side by side with Schumacher, but has to back out of it. And making sure we get battery deployment coming out of the hairpin. You lose so much pace, so much acceleration out of that corner without the battery. Back into charge mode. We're almost got Freddie fully charged again, just in time for the pits, which is excellent.
Can use energy
because it means we can do this.
Copy.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Yeah.
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
We are
There
expecting
is
rain
the wet weather
pretty soon.
warning.
Copy.
Just realised we've got a breakaway group. Magnussen, 7.5 seconds off the back of Perez now. Hamilton's got his way up to 8th. He's been making some serious progress. I'm trying to remember where he started now, but it was down the order. Let's have a look. He's up 7 places, so he started 15th. And he's got himself all the way up into 8th place, hunting down Magnussen. As Ocon and Russell, no, Ocon and Bottas go side by side there, coming out of Degner 2. So one thing I'm not sure about is whether or not we are going to get
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
enough rain to justify going on to Inters straight away. So we're not going to box immediately. Oh, got a spin in sector 3. That's Schumacher.
Oh, there's a spin! Let's take a closer
Looks
look.
like he ends at the triangle.
Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Yep,
They
right in
start
front
the
of
car. What a
Verstappen.
disaster.
So that moves him up a place. But he's now 2 seconds off the back of Leclerc, 2.5 seconds off the back of Leclerc. So that means he's potentially going to be vulnerable to a Sainz overtake. That's very generous of you there, Rossi. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Have fun at the cricket tomorrow.
There is a small sprinkling of rain.
Okay, copy.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
Ah, I should have boxed. I should have boxed. It's getting wetter than I thought it was going to be. Damn it.
Box.
I had the perfect opportunity there to really capitalise on that. And now, drivers like Hamilton, Verstappen, Sainz, they're all going to gain the advantage of being out on the right tyres at the right time. Ah, nuts. Okay, well, at least Felipe can potentially hold all of these guys up. We're in those changeable conditions where our driver's pace just falls off a cliff. Ah, man. Ocon's going to be all over the back of Vesti before we even get to the pits. Ah, this is bad. We had this race completely under control. I should have boxed. I thought it wasn't going to be wet enough to justify going on to Inters until this lap. Ah, that was a bad decision. A very bad decision. It's not too record. That was bad intelligence. Very bad intelligence. I'm sorry. Ocon's already moved into the lead. Ah, nuts. Which means we're going to come out probably third.
Make sure you get your pit limiter.
We're going to come out behind Ocon and Bottas, I think, here. Oh no, Bottas has carried on, so we're going to come out behind Russell. Come on, go. Ah! Oh, come on! Oh, that's not good at all. That's really not good. How far back are we going to drop? 5th and 7th. Hamilton's in front of Drugovich. Ah. Made a huge mistake. But this is going to hurt Bottas and Perez. So it's going to take those two out of the equation. You can see how quickly Russell's going to close that gap. You'll see how quickly we close that gap. 22 seconds off. It'll be a lot less than that by the time we get to the pit entrance. Might be able to get Felipe back in front of these two. Ooh, sector 3 yellow flag. Who was that for?
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Vettel.
Take a look now. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. That lockup could have cost them dearly.
Yeah, he's fine. So we are going to get back in front of Perez and Bottas. Magnussen's going to get a benefit from this. He's up to 6th. Albon's up to 7th. So while we definitely messed up and have potentially thrown away this race, it's hurt Red Bull. Verstappen's gained a couple of places. Perez has lost a few places. Another yellow flag.
Oh, did someone run wide
That's
there?
Stroll. That's not sector 3. So if the weather stays like this kind of rainfall, maybe just a touch more, we should be quick. If it gets dry again, we're in trouble. It's going to fluctuate. It's going to get a little bit wetter, which is going to play to our strengths. Hopefully we can close the gap down to Hamilton. We are inking up onto the back of him just a touch. Vesti not going anywhere at the moment. He's still holding 3 seconds back. Here comes a bit more water. And speaking of water, I am just going to go grab a drink. I shall be back in just a second. Right, so we are definitely closing into the back of Hamilton here. Vessi's still just over 3 seconds. Actually lost a couple of tenths on that last lap. So the question now is, how hard do we push these tyres? Do we try and stretch them? I'm going to say no. We're going to go for the pit stop.
Happy to push.
Yeah, copy.
We can push more.
We're going to commit to the two-stop strategy.
Used energy.
Yeah, copy.
Couldn't quite make the move.
Doing a good job, keep pushing.
Alright, Hamilton goes defensive. Can we go around the outside, which will become the inside at the hairpin? Nope. Hamilton blocks us. Can we get him here on the run to Spoon? Pull a little switcheroo. Maybe a dive up the inside. No, again, Hamilton's got it covered. Right, the run to 130R. Can we get the drive we need to go around the outside? It's going to be close. We're up the inside into the triangle. And there we go. We finally get the move done. Had to work hard on that one.
This is good.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
So we're looking at stopping in around about 10, 12 laps time. I'm going to see if we can stretch that a little bit. The AI is either going to stay out or they're going to box very late into the race for a new set of inters.
We're not okay on fuel.
Copy.
I've completely forgotten about fuel, but yeah, we are saving more than enough fuel here. We're about, what, 1.8, 1.9 off at the start. We've saved about a kilo on each car at the halfway point, so we're on target. Time to get Freddie to move up a little bit. Does not seem to be able to do right now. Okay, 0.4 of a second. It's not bad, but it's not enough. Perez gets himself past Albon, he's up to 9th. Still outside the points. Verstappen's still down in 12th, stuck behind Norris. That's going to be a tricky one for him.
So we're happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Copy.
Get the tyres down now.
Right, let's see if we can just break away from Hamilton just a little bit. We've definitely got more pace than him. We are slowly now starting to claw in Russell and Ocon. Alright, got the gap down to 2.5 seconds, so we are definitely starting to close in. We are pushing the tyres a lot more than I would like, but we're not that much off in terms of wear compared to the rest of the cars around us. That's encouraging. We are starting to gap Hamilton a little bit as well. We should hopefully break away enough on this lap that we can leave him behind. There we go, got the 1 second already. We do gain so much time in that first sector. So currently running third and fourth. We were first and second, but I boxed a lap too late for inters. If we'd boxed when we should have boxed when I'd originally planned to box, when I drew up the strategy, we would be comfortably in first and second right now. Never mind. It is what it is. Hamilton's been the big winner from the pits. He's gained 10 places from where he started. He's up to 5th now. Perez has lost out a few places, but he has worked his way back up to 9th. Verstappen has gained a couple of places. He's up to 12th now. Both the Red Bulls still out of the points. So this is glorious for us in the Constructors' Championship, because we are currently scoring 7 points. And Red Bull are scoring 0 points. But obviously, if we were winning, we'd be scoring 16 points if we were 1-2. So we do kind of want to try and get back up there if we can. Vesti now within a second and a half. I am going to extend the pit window just a little. An extra couple of laps. Okay, so we're lapping 6 to 7 tenths faster a lap than Russell and Ocon right now. So we need to clear them quickly. Especially if we're going to be boxing again. This is still a risk, and we've kind of committed to it now because we've pushed our tyres. But, I mean, the fact that they're at 68% and we've still got 23 and a half, 24 laps to go means that, yeah, boxing is definitely going to have to happen. It's just a question of when do we box. I'm looking at about 6-7 laps, I think, maybe. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the City Skylines videos. I'll definitely put that towards the pre-order for Cities 2. Can't wait to get my hands on it from everything I've seen so far. We've still got a lot more developer videos to come as well. There's going to be like one every week, or one new topic every week, up until pretty much the game releases, I think. Or we get within the release window. Alright, here's our chance to go aggressive. Having to try and counteract the slipstream of Russell here. Gonna really push the tyres.
Rears are hot.
Yep, copy.
Kind of stuck here. There we go. Ocon's gone defensive. We can now tuck into the slipstream of Russell. Excellent. There we go. So we've gone our way through. I killed the battery.
Copy.
But we've done enough to get through. Just.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So back off.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, I don't do much social media myself either. You know, I've got a Twitter presence, but it's very inactive. I only really use Twitter just to keep an eye on news from developers about games I'm interested in. That's pretty much it. You know, I very rarely have a post. Can we pull away from Russell and Ocon, or are they going to get the benefit of the slipstream? Let's try going really aggressive through this first sector here.
Pushing now.
Copy.
The tyres are definitely suffering now compared to the rest of the field. We're not going to pull away. So,
To charge up.
what I'm going to do is...
Drop back a bit.
Actually, no, I don't want to risk getting overtaken. Keep the tyres on push.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Let's try and get a little bit of extra battery back in the car before we make our stop if we can. This is going to be risky, given the grip deficit. But we're going to be boxing in the next lap or two. I was thinking of getting my tyres down to about 50%, and it's turned out that that's pretty much where the tyres are. So, let's go ahead and give Felipe a box now.
Yeah, copy.
So he'll box at the end of this lap.
we can push again.
Copy.
I'm just going to try and back up Russell and Ocon just a touch if we can. Reduce the amount of work that Drogovic is going to have to do to catch back up again. And we're going to go one more lap with Freddie. Yeah, I actually deleted my Facebook a few years ago. I haven't looked back. Don't miss it.
Pit lane.
A firm.
Alright, right behind Perez. So we're ahead of Norris and Verstappen. That is important.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy, copy.
It's a box.
Copy, copy.
Alright, we've done an excellent job of holding up Russell and Ocon there.
So I'm entering the pits now.
Got a bit of extra battery in the car as well. This should also
Just pit
close the
limiter,
gap
just
between
remind me on
Felipe
pit limiter.
and Freddie a little bit. It's a nice clean stop, 2.5 seconds, well less than that, 2.4 seconds. Bottas and Magnussen are through. Here comes Freddie. He's going to get out in front of Gasly and Perez. Oh, even better. Even better. And now we have a significant tyre advantage.
Energy if you need it.
Copy,
Push a bit more.
copy.
Good job.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Okay, good job.
Looks like like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Oh, yellow flag. Who is that for? Oh, don't tell me this is a safety car. It's a red flag. Oh, that's terrible, because everyone's going to change their tyres. Oh, that's the worst.
Red flag, red flag.
Let's have a look. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo.
Oh, that's a big crash. It's Schumacher and Joe, I think. Or was that
Thank
Bottas?
goodness nobody else was involved.
No, that's Vettel.
That was a big crash. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
God damn, everyone's going to change their tyres. Well, we may as well change ours as well. Cars are going to be fat with fuel.
After a pause in this race, we are all set and ready once more.
And now we've got it all to do.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Oh, and the conditions are bad. The conditions are very bad. That's going to really hurt us on the restart.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Okay, copy.
That time you turned up, Farah. Wonder where you were. Right, conditions are stabilising. Well, we've now got it all to do in the closing 13 odd laps. Luckily, our batteries are pretty good.
So use energy.
Okay, copy.
Alright, up to Degner 1. Into Degner 2. This is a chance to get an overtake. There we go. Dive up the inside. Alright, Bottas next.
That's it.
Use energy.
Copy.
Bottas goes defensive. That's excellent. We can now get
good to
Hamilton's
push.
slipstream here.
Copy.
Hamilton running in 3rd place after starting 15th. See, this is what happens, Farah. You know, you weren't here, so Hamilton ran wild. If you weren't there constantly throwing insults and knocking his confidence, he would still be at the back of the grid, you know.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
You've done a good job.
So back off.
Okay, copy.
Use energy if you need.
Copy.
Alright, there we go. We're through.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
So, Vesti back up to 3rd. Perez 9th, Verstappen 10th. That still works for us, assuming they don't move up through the field, which, given who's in front of them, you've got to say that Gasly and Magnussen are definitely vulnerable.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Yeah, copy.
If I'd obviously if we'd known that the red flag was coming, would have stayed out. But oh, that's really screwed us over. I mean, we can still get Vesti onto the top step. It's going to be harder to get Felipe up into 2nd. It's still doable though. I mean, we've still got time. We've got 11 laps to go, 10 laps to go when we cross the line.
Happy to push.
Copy.
Water level is exactly where we need it to be right now, which is good. See if we can jump Bottas here. Nope. Yes, great move. Can we get Hamilton as well? Up the inside at Spoon. Oh, that was close. I thought we were going to hit him for a second then. Go on out, break him into the triangle. Oh, just about. No, I thought we'd squeezed alongside him for a second then. We got him here though. We made him go in on the inside. We've got the outside line with the slipstream ahead of Vesti. I should just be able to hang on. There we go, we're through. Excellent stuff. So, 3rd and 4th.
Doing a good job, that's going to help you.
Back to where we were before the stops.
So we're happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Almost. I mean, we had Freddie in the lead when we stopped.
Loads of energy.
Copy.
All right, time for Freddie to make a run at the front. What have I treated myself to? Some IKEA furniture. It's coming on Wednesday. Getting rid of the cheap plasticky shelves I got from Argos a year and a half ago and replacing them with something a little bit better, a bit more suitable. Yellow flag. That's a Haas.
Car in the wall.
Oh, it's Magnussen. Oh, okay. Now that takes one of the cars out of the way of the Red Bulls. That's not ideal.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Okay, copy.
No meatballs. I wonder if that corner's still called Dunlop. It used to be. There used to be a Dunlop bridge there. There was a I think there was a Goodyear bridge there at one point.
Rears are hot.
Yeah, copy.
Melting the tyres. Look, they've only got a few laps left to do. Have a look at the inside. Brave. Almost. Go on. Get him, get him, get him. That slipstream again. Oh wow, we really are melting these tyres. Down to 60% already.
Drop back a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Hmm.
We just need to charge up.
Yeah, copy.
There we go. Make the move, make the move, make the move. Yes.
Use energy if you need it.
Yeah, copy.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved
Good
up a place.
stuff.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
energy if you need it.
Copy.
Good job.
5 more laps. 5 more laps.
Copy.
Do everything you can, mate.
Okay.
Couldn't quite muscle him under the braking there. Can we box him in? Or box him out? Oh, nearly got him.
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
So 4 more laps to go. 4 more laps.
Come on, we can do this. We can get Drogovic up into second.
This is good. Come on.
Gonna go around the outside at Spoon. That's brave. Just about managed to hold the position, and there we go, we're through. Whew, there we go. Right, tyres have taken a beating.
You're in a good place.
But we are now where we need to be, first and second.
3 more laps. 3 more laps.
We've had to work hard for this one. A lot harder than we would have had to if the red flag hadn't come out. We should be good now. Just a couple of laps to go. We've got enough inherent pace in the car, I think, to keep the gap, if not extend it slightly. Drogovic will get a slipstream from Vresti now as well, which will help him. We are set for 16 more points here in the Constructors' Championship, with Red Bull
2 more
currently
laps.
scoring
2 more
0.
laps.
This is going to do wonders for both championships, but more specifically for the constructors. Huge for the constructors if this result stays as is. I don't think Perez is, even if he gets through now, I don't think he's got enough time to get onto the back of Hamilton. Oh, and Perez spins.
Let's take a look at the replay. We're just watching the Red Bull. Oh dear, oh dear.
Avoiding
oh dear.
action taken by Max there. Is Max now vulnerable to Sainz?
Last lap. Last lap.
It's been a champion's drive from Freddie Vesti. This will extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship over both Max and his teammate. And this will promote Felipe up into second as well. And more importantly, this will put us 51 points clear of Red Bull in the Constructors with 4 races to go. Max has caught up to Gasly already, but he's not getting through, and even if he does, he's still not getting in the points. Freddie Vesti's going to cross the line to win the Japanese Grand Prix, closely followed by his teammate.
Flag, but you can keep pushing.
Here's the replay. And there we go. Aston Martin has taken first.
You can't say they didn't earn it. They put in an amazing performance today.
Yeah, take a bow, boys. You've earned it. Superb driving today.
That's checkered flag.
We absolutely melted those tyres to get back into the front of the grid, but it was worth it. We're able to hang on. Verstappen finished 8th in the end. Perez 13th, I think.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
You can see that the team runs like a well-oiled machine. everything was precise and on point this weekend.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Coming up next, we'll be crossing the pond all the way to Texas for the twists and turns of the United States Grand Prix.
So there we go, confirmation of the results. Felipe gets the fastest lap for bragging rights. Freddie gets the win, having started second, climbs back up to the top. Felipe gaining 3 places, which were the 3 places he lost during, due to his penalty. So that's really, really good. George, a good result for him. Climbs a place from where he started onto the podium. Ocon, more points for Alpine in their fight against Ferrari. Bottas gets some more points for Mercedes as well. McLaren, what a recovery drive from Hamilton. He started all the way down in 15th and just steamrolled his way through the field. Gasly, a great drive from him, able to capitalise with the pit stops. Max, a good recovery drive, but again, mainly down to just being on the boxing for Inters at exactly the right time, unlike us who went a lap too long. Same for Sainz, again, just really not making much progress until the pit stops for switching from softs to Inters. That's what really helped those guys out. Disappointing for Norris. Perez, another disappointing race, topped off with the spin at the end. And Leclerc didn't really make much progress. See, Leclerc is kind of where Max and Max and Carlos would have been had they not made the pit stop at exactly the right point. They would have been probably somewhere around that point. There we go. Magnussen, disappointment for him. He was running well, drops down 10 places in the end, but was running in the points briefly at the end there. Here's the Drivers' Championship. Win number 5 for Freddie. Puts him on 92 points. He's now 12 clear of Max. 6 points for Felipe with his 4 wins. Moves him above Max by just 2 points. And Max, with his 4 wins, failing to score, drops down to 3rd. No points for Perez. Again. So, he stays in 4th place, but he's only on 43 points. We've got more than double his points now with Freddie. That is... that just goes to show how bad Perez has been this season. He's just been nowhere. It's kind of art imitating life a little bit. Russell climbs over Hamilton, thanks to having an extra win. So, that's what moves him above on countback. Bottas closes the gap and climbs above Norris, so good result for Mercedes here, jumping both of the McLarens in the standings. Let's have a look at the Constructors' Championship. There you see another 16 points for us, puts us 51 points clear of Red Bull with just 4 races to go. So we have got one hand on the championship now. 9 wins for us, 5 for Red Bull. Mercedes retake 3rd place from McLaren. Again on win countback, as you can see, 3 wins for Mercedes, just the 1 for McLaren. Alpine with more points pulls them further away from Ferrari, who are really struggling this season. Let's take a look at our driver breakdowns. Both drivers drove supremely well in the race this weekend. Both are going to get a development point as well. Exceptional race for Freddie. 10 successful overtakes, 9 successful defences, 9 failed overtakes and 3 failed defences. For Felipe, a little bit more aggressive on track. He had a bit more work to do. 14 overtakes, 12 defences, 12 failed overtakes and 7 failed defences. We achieved our sponsor goals, so that's another 5.2 mil in the bank. Well, that's kind of irrelevant at this point. Let's go ahead and allocate another point to Freddie's reactions. And Felipe will boost his cornering. Okay, our pit crew. doing well on their front and rear jacks. That's good. Let's have a look at when our new part is coming. 3 days for chassis, 6 days for side pods. So we'll get both of those in time for the American Grand Prix. Or the Grand Prix of America, as I should say. Uwe Bauer is suggested to us. A young 20-year-old who looks like he's nearly 40 in that picture. Right, let's get this new chassis manufactured. So 8 days to go. We can't get it in time. So we're going to emergency 2 of them. And let's get that fitted. So this is going to have a slight knock-on effect on our engine, but it is going to give us a little bit of an improvement. As you can see, it's not going to improve much on the car in terms of rankings. It is going to boost our low-speed performance, which is what we desperately wanted to do, especially with Kota coming up. There's quite a few low-speed corners there, so that's very, very useful for us there. And we're going to go ahead and manufacture a spare as well. So let's go ahead. This is the last one we're going to get, so we may as well rush. Actually, there's no point rushing. Let's manufacture 2. Actually, no, the next Grand Prix will be just a few days afterwards. So, yeah, no, that works. That works. Right, we've got another new part in a couple of days. Our new side pods. We are low on front wings still. Lost another one in practice, losing an end plate. Let's manufacture the new side pods. Again, we're going to emergency 2 of those. We don't need a spare. Let's get the new side pods fitted. So again, not huge improvement on the car, just little incremental improvements, just a slight little boost to each of our various different areas. This will also fractionally boost the engine cooling just a touch. And we do have, I think, a major side pod left. Let me have a look. Yes, we've got a major side pod upgrade remaining. A minor chassis and a minor front wing. I don't think we can improve the car that much with another chassis or another front wing. But maybe if we've got hours, we don't for 15 days. Can we squeeze on a really, really big new side pod update for the final race or two? I think we're going to run out of time. Can I squeeze on that last chassis though? Let's have a look. I want to boost drag. I want to boost airflow. I'm going to reduce engine cooling. It will have a slight improvement. How long will it take? So Abu Dhabi is the final Grand Prix. It's in 33 days. We throw 5 engineers on that. We can get this in 27 days. That's not quite enough for Sao Paulo. Okay, so can we just reduce it ever so slightly somewhere? We can do that. Let's take a little bit of drag off. If we do that, that will just take a little bit of top speed off. It'll stay the same. It'll boost our acceleration, boost our medium speed, clean air, Our DRS top speed will go up slightly. It will give us another little boost to our low speed, which is our weakest area. Okay, so that's that. What if I do that? That's going to boost everything but our low speed. It will give us a touch more straight line speed. Yeah, we'll go with that. We will throw everything we've got at getting that on for Sao Paulo. That's the last minor chassis we can do. We can't do a front wing because we haven't finished that one yet, so we're not getting another front wing. I think it's unlikely we're going to have enough time to get a new side pods on as well. But, well, let's see, we've got 15 days to go till we get more hours. Yeah, that's it. That's the last upgrade that we can get on the car. So, we will have one final part in the works for Brazil. We've still got a front wing that's coming. That is going to be in time for, let's have a look. Front wing is 12 days away. So our front wing is going to be in time for Mexico. So that's it. 2 parts remaining to go on the car. A new front wing for Mexico, which will then also go to Brazil and Abu Dhabi, and a new chassis going to Abu Dhabi as well. Sorry, to Brazil as well. That is it in terms of squeezing every last ounce of performance out of this year's car. So we currently sit a nice comfortable margin ahead now at the top of the Constructors' Championship. It's a little closer in the Drivers' Championship. At least it is for Felipe anyway. He's gone from being 4 points behind Max to 2 points ahead of Max. But it does now look as though we may well have to consider team orders to give Freddie the chance of winning the title. We're not going to commit to that yet. There are still 4 races to go. Anything can happen. But we are definitely going to be leaning towards Freddie if we do need to implement team orders, you know, because he has got that lead in the Drivers' Championship, and right now he is our best bet. But we're not going to turn around and just say to Felipe, "That's it, Suff. You've had your opportunity. Now you've got to give way." He's still allowed to go at it, as long as Max isn't, you know, in the mix. But if Max is in the mix, then Freddie is going to have priority. So that's it for tonight's stream. That's it for this week as well. We'll be back on Monday with some more City Skylines as we continue building our city. I have been unlocking a lot of monuments, well, a couple of the monuments and a lot of the unique buildings, you know, some of the landmarks, etc., in my own time, and working on some of the trophies as well. So we will have more building options available to us when we come back on Monday, because I've unlocked quite a few more, which is always nice. And then Tuesday and Wednesday we will be doing Aliens Dark Descent. I don't know about Thursday yet. We might do 2 races next week. We might just do the 1. I don't know yet. I shall have to do a bit of mental calculation, figure out exactly how many days we've got left before the new one goes live. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race, and I will be back with some City Skylines on Monday.